here, just give a little bit of background about each, attendee. And let's jump to the first, topic. I know a little bit about the first project, but I would like to hear more. If you have any presentation to present, feel free to share the screen. If you want to speak about it, would love to hear more. And second, I would like to know more about your expectation and your role in the project.
Yeah, likewise, actually.
We'll be interactive.
Of course. So the initiative started from Brazil, really. So Brazil is a very big country, if not a continent, as per se. And Brazil is very rich, not only in terms of resources, but also in terms of interesting companies, in terms of technologies, and so on. And we seized actually the opportunity created by this new, geopolitical era, I would say, in order to, try to be the pioneers. We are not the first ones to link up actually with the global south. So the idea really, frankly, is to connect between, the potential of Brazil with, the countries from the south, both ways actually, meaning attracting investment to Brazil and carrying out investment from Brazil. The vertical we are looking at actually, are particularly technology, commodities and resources, pharmaceuticals and medtech actually, infrastructure, services, FMCG, the classic ones actually, where Brazil has to offer something, and also where Brazil also need investment actually. This is it. In a nutshell, that's the spirit of the initiative. So we partnered actually with the top leadership of the country actually to help us launch the initiative and also back us actually down the road. And we formed actually a team that is very complementary in terms of experiences, in terms of CVs, in terms of geographical expertise, technical expertise, because we believe that we need to have actually this kind of profiles in order to tackle that kind of initiatives actually. So this is really the spirit actually of this company. So it has been newly launched, newly created, and we paid a visit 2 weeks ago indeed, and we had the honor to meet with His Excellency Sheikh Faisal, who I know, by the way, by reputation from his investments in Algeria, his successful investment actually, although it was not always easy actually, I believe. But this is it. So really that's the spirit of the initiative actually. And when we met with His Excellency, he fleshed out actually, I think he very, very quickly picked up actually the idea, he understood it. And he proposed to, why not form a company together and start, as I mentioned in my email, start small actually. And then immediately he pinpointed actually this. He pinpointed this opportunity in the commodities, and he put us in touch with Hani actually.
Sure. Let me comment briefly on, the strategy of the group and how to make things practical. Definitely,
Please.
Sheikh Faisal, as a businessman and entrepreneur for 60 years, we will always welcome opportunities to explore. But I want to take this from theoretical to practical, right? I definitely took note of the areas or avenues that you are looking for and expanding. And these are, we have a lot of synergies to be addressed, so we're fine to explore, but we would like to have some concrete projects and to start with before forming any opportunity or JP and wasting energy, resources, and time in forming a company without having a certain project. One, second, agreeing on the strategy, we took note of this, and I believe technology, commodity, healthcare, these are sectors that we're looking for, and we're entrepreneurial, so we don't mind to be in Latin America. Definitely, I mean, we welcome that, but we need to see the opportunity. So again, point number one, we need to have a project, and then we need to agree on or to discuss in detail the contribution of each partner. Let me tackle the second one to make it clearer, and then we go to the first project, because I understood that you have something in the commodity ready as a project, right? So the second one is the firm that you have today, developing Malik, and you took the initiative to develop this firm. Will be an investor as well in any project that we're gonna propose, or will be a consultant, or will be a broker?
It will be also an investor. Did you receive the presentation we sent when we discussed about the partnership with the Development Bank of Brazil?
No, I didn't receive any presentation, unfortunately.
Okay, that's right. So we have a financial partner with the BNDES, the National Development Bank of Brazil, who is ready actually to co-invest with us, whether it is in terms of equity or trade financing for the company. So to clearly answer your question, we position ourselves also as investors.
Okay. Let's discuss maybe the first project that you're having, and we will benefit from the time that we're having with us, our colleague Hani, who's taking the lead again on the commodity at MB, and he's full-time now out of big project in Egypt. So maybe can you please discuss the details of this project? If you have certain document to be shared, feel free to circulate. Is it a pure greenfield, or what? I have as well limited information, so I would like to hear from you, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah. The question is addressed to us or to Hani, actually?
To you, to discuss the project, and then we can have definitely Hani's input on the project as a reflection.
Well, frankly speaking, actually, when we met with Sheikh Faisal, actually, he mentioned let's say the coincidence, since we are about to launch a huge food security project. And he said, you should talk quickly to Hani, actually, because we are considering something. Why not with you in Brazil? We understood from this interaction that sugar is sourcing of sugar is a priority. And we understood from Hani, from the last call we had with him, that is focusing on three products: sugar, soy, and corn. Okay. Then indeed we need to understand, I would say, more from you as well, where you want to start. We have in hand some opportunities, actually, upstream, from the land, I would say, through the whole value chain, including the logistics, the storage, the refineries, and so on. So whatever you want to start with, actually, in terms of positioning in the value chain, we have some opportunities actually to qualify and to share with you. And should you be interested to invest actually in transformation capacities, we will be happy actually to co-invest with you. Should you want to start by trading commodities, we can discuss also the cooperation model actually. But our understanding, is that your priority focus is these three products. I would say probably number one is sugar.
Well, Malik. Yes, here today we're here with you to see what opportunities you have. I mean, as I spoke to you last time and we had a discussion last time.
Yeah.
Now we're looking for the board. I mean, as per His Excellency orders, he was looking to invest in operating factory in terms of sugar, and where we are looking to do the trading. I mean, but I don't know what source you have. I don't know what opportunities you have. I mean, if you can go ahead and go in more details on the board. I mean, whether investing in the source itself or in trading. I mean.
Hani, as I told you, actually, we can start, with whatever you prefer, actually. So we have some hanging fruits, actually, low hanging fruits in terms of refineries that are, very good opportunities throughout Brazil, actually. And we can start as well by, trading sugar, actually. So let's work. What I suggest, actually, we can come back to you, actually, with a list of opportunities, right? In terms of assets, investment, refineries, and we can come back to you with some opportunities in terms of trade as well, since we have direct access to producers in Brazil.
So let's take it in a direct way. I mean, for the trade, I mean, to start, I mean, we must have the prices of the three items which is related to commodities, whether it's sugar or corn or soya. I mean, here it comes for the trading. For the investing in a factory, I mean, as I told you last time, we're looking for something which is already operating. I mean, not something that. Okay, we'll be waiting for your list.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hani. Please go ahead, because I gonna maybe draw the dots between both of you, and maybe.
No,
I think this is very well said. This is very well said, Hani. Today, and Malik, to be practical, let me tell you a little bit about as I promised, about the investment strategy. I mentioned the industries, and we have manufacturing, healthcare, technology, and consumer. These are the focus. And I told you a little bit about the group, and you met us before, so you know the portfolio, and Francis as well knows us well in Qatar. So we're trying to diversify the four industries I mentioned. Our sweet spot, or part of the investment strategy, is to look at two asset class: middle market transaction, existing growth capital, middle market transaction. I'm talking about a private equity middle market transaction, 20, 30, 30, $40 million deal. Historically, we've done bigger, we've done smaller. But this is our sweet spot to move, into direct growth capital. Which is what Hani is trying to refer, which is something that we work day and not as an M&A investment team. With the team, we look at 100 investment opportunity per quarter. We focus on middle market growth capital transaction. We have some allocation for venture capital, but this is not relevant to the discussion, and it should have some synergy with our portfolio companies, if healthcare or manufacturing. Back to number one. Private equity growth capital. This doesn't eliminate a brownfield project. So one is existing manufacturing in sugar, soya, or corn, or other commodities we can explore, or brownfield project, which I believe it's a little bit more complicated now, given, to be very accurate, today the group doesn't have presence in Latin America or Brazil. So I think moving on in project with brownfield project now is going to be challenging. So one, we can look at existing manufacturing operating, which will come as the next step of the trading business that Hani is trying to say. Since we have a food security project, let's try to develop a business, or to find a partnership with you, or a client or a partner that you represent in trading first, and to see if we are today, first project or first sector of product is the trading business. Second, we look at M&A, where myself and the team will look heavily on the acquisition and M&A. But now let's see if we can do business together, since you are present on ground in Brazil, and we are working in Egypt on a big project, and in Qatar as well. I believe, we don't have to exclude Qatar as a commodity or GCC. So
yes, His Excellency is looking for the whole Middle East. So we're not talking about Qatar.
Yes, exactly. Just want to make it clear to the team. So I know that now you have big project in Egypt, but I think it's a MENA project. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I'm with Mr. Ali where he said exactly, not to waste time. Direct, we come to the trade, and we have to see what you have in the trade. Then we can go to the next step, which is the manufacture. And it can go parallelly while we are doing the trade. If there is anything, and if there is a good source with you, then we will see the next step, which is investing or making an acquisition for an operating source.
Yeah. I think we are fully aligned on that. Actually, let's do some trials together in terms of trade, and then we first of all we get to know each other better. This is the first step, and then down the road we can consider studying some investment opportunities in transformation, actually. So to make it even more concrete, Hani, if you can share with us, the classic terms, actually, the specification, the quantities, things like that. And we'll take it from there and we'll get back to you very quickly.
Basically, what we're looking is for the 150 Camosa, for sugar, it's one vessel, 25,000 ton, so this is the fast order what we're looking for, If you have any source, if you have any prices right now available, you can go ahead, send it to the email for all of us, and we will reply you.
Okay. Do you have technical specifications or?
It for sugar, it's 150 Camosa. Like what comes to the Middle East, it's only the one soft one specification, and the vessel is like with a 12,500 ton or 25,000 ton, just give us the both prices and we will go ahead to go for discussion,
Yeah.
Let's start with sugar, then next we'll go for the corn and soya,
Let's start with sugar. Do you mind, Hani, please, sending me an email, actually, with so that we don't, there's no misunderstanding.
For sure.
Just send me an email with the exact, request, and we will get back to you in a couple of days, actually. Marcus, I don't know if he hears us. Marcus, any comment on the sugar trading, actually?
Marcão, quer falar alguma coisa sobre a parte do açúcar? Qualquer comentário? Eles querem começar com açúcar na parte de trading e daí então ir pro milho e daí para soja e depois falar de M&A, acquisitions e so on. Mas eles querem começar primeiro com trading. Então eles têm um número aí para começar com seu microfone.
Qual o volume que eles querem agora?
Malik, he asked about the volume. Can you repeat the volume? The quantity?
Hani, did you say 25,000 tons?
Yeah, it's a vessel, you can say yes, 25,000 ton, yes.
25,000 toneladas.
25.000?
Toneladas, 25,000 tons, 25,000 toneladas de açúcar.
Isso mensal? Qual é a frequência?
This would be monthly, yearly, what?
No, it's going to be monthly.
Monthly, mensal.
Yes.
Bom.
The projection what we did last year to start the trade.
Talvez não seja um preço tão atrativo, né?
He said the volume it's small, but I can look for it. But when it's small, the volume usually
actually 250,000 ton is not a small volume. Actually.
250,000.
50,000 ton in a year. You're talking 25,000 a ton, which is one vessel every month. 250,000. This is not a small quantity.
25,000, daria 250,000 ao ano, né? 250,000 ao ano. Então ele falou que é uma quantidade grande.
Let's think in Qatar, for a year we use 25,000 ton only.
No Qatar eles só usam 25,000 toneladas por ano.
It's like only 2 million people,
ok. Ok. 25,000 por ano.
Since we're talking about doing trading in the whole Middle East, so what we are expecting to do, if we do in a year 12 vessels, which is 300 or 250,000 ton, is not a small quantity.
Yes, it's big, yes. Por ano, 250 a 300 mil toneladas por ano. Ok?
Ok.
Você quer falar alguma coisa, Marcos? Se apresentar para dar um oi pro pessoal te conhecer?
Não, tudo bem. Não, tá tudo certo.
Ok.
Vou levantar os preços aqui e passo para eles.
I will
search. Mandar um e-mail. Ele quer RC9, ele quer RC45.
Do you want RC9, RC45? He wants to know the specifications. If So could you later please send us an
Hani
email?
will send us
Yes.
an email. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I
Thank
will,
you.
I will send them. I will send an email like by the specification and the
Yes.
requirements.
Please, please, honey. Thank you.
Vai entregar em qual porto?
Which port do you want to be delivered also?
Different ports like maybe to UAE, to Egypt, to Yemen, to Djibouti. When there is a requirement, we're gonna delay frame, and it's a trade in the end.
Okay, so
This will be
there's
part
no
of the
specific
email.
port.
Yeah.
yeah, also let us know, please, because this interferes in the price.
But let's say in the sugar business, this is always, like when the vessel move from Brazil, then you can direct it after it moves from Brazil. This is how it works. I mean, there is no vessels move, and it has like a particular destination. Sometimes, in sugar trade, before it arrives to the final destination, you may change the destination to another country upon the prices and upon the offers. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
No, just to be able to make a coherent quotation actually, but okay, understood. The quantity will be waiting for the
specification
and that's it.
All right.
For sure. I mean, I'll be sending you the email, giving you the specifications and the requirements for each and every month.
Yeah.
And we'll be waiting for the price. I mean, this is we'll start with sugar, then we go for the next two products, because right now it's not the season for the two products. I mean, like going for corn or soya right now, we won't find a good price, because the price starts with the season, and you book it and you look the price for whole the year. I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Just a question, gentlemen. When we met with His Excellency Sheikh Faisal, he insisted actually to form a company with his group. He said we can split. You hold 20%, we hold 20%, and then we attract investors. We need probably some clarification actually from your side, if you would help us with that.
Yes.
So that Mr. Ali will reply.
Let me very clear. Today we want to avoid creating any JV with no business plan. What we try to be very practical to find the first opportunity and other opportunities, and they will be the basis of any business plan for that firm. Is there any? Let me ask you differently. Is there any need to create a JV with no business?
Of course not.
Okay, that's why we made it very practical. I come from private equity background. That's how I told you. I want to identify the opportunities. Let me just finish. Let me finish, please. Let me finish. We finalize the opportunities, we put a business plan, and then we say we're contributing X, we're contributing Y, and each party put a capital and we form a business. If this is where we ultimately reach. But today, if we're gonna have a JV and creating firms and more business activities, I mean, this is we don't want to create, let's say, we want to create something with activities, with definitely back to the point. And I attend every single meeting with Sheikh Faisal on this, except this one. It happened because I was booked to another meeting. His vision definitely ultimately to create a company. And this is what he told you, to create a company together. But this is today, one of the next step of that statement is to identify opportunities, see if we can reach together a mutual agreement, right? And then we kick off. That's why. I don't want to start by creating a company without understanding what the business will do.
Okay, seems fair. What's
your view, Malik?
I can only share your opinion, of course, because we have been told. So that's why we are taking your advice and your understanding. We thought from the beginning, to create a JV, but I am fully aligned with what you are saying. Actually, the only point is that we probably need to understand after how many opportunities and what kind of opportunities, what are the priorities verticals that you consider. after deciding to create a JV? This was my question, actually, right? So definitely, today we identified the commodities actually from last time. What would be, in your opinion, the next opportunities or verticals that you consider as a priority, and after how many priorities would you consider creating a JV? Just for our understanding, to understand the way you function.
No, but you kept the most difficult questions till the end, and you addressed it directly to me. Let me be I come from a private equity background, super practical. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
And I have a solution for you. If you want to propose to us a business plan to form a JV together in the tech, in the clusters and the modules you're presenting, feel free. If you have a business plan, please send it to me. I will be leading the M&A and investment assessment for this and get back to you. This is the approach number one. If you have something ready as an info memo that we can look at, please feel free to share. Tell me, we're creating commodity cluster segment, technology. These are the opportunities, and we can address, and we send you a list of questions to understand the project behind those. If you have a VP and info memo, we can do that. And this will make you maybe closer to the maybe the idea of Chef Faisal when he said, let's create an idea. But this is a typical M&A, so we need to look at the details of the VP. I felt we don't have ready projects on every cluster. Correct me. Do you have investment opportunities clear and identified on every cluster?
The answer is yes.
Okay. Do you have a business plan that combine all of these M&A and activities that we can look at?
The answer is yes.
Okay, so the trading is something separate, right? The trading is with Hani because it's requirements, it's different nature.
The trading came very opportunistically
okay.
The discussion, right? But we have existing, businesses that we want to expand in the region, right? As Walid mentioned, in the technology actually for mapping and digitizing the cities, in the artificial intelligence, in the pharmaceutical, in the immunotherapy, in education, and so on. So these businesses are ready, they're up and running and generating revenues, right?
In Brazil, you want to expand into Qatar and GCC?
In the region, right? In the MENA region, starting.
So you want to localize? You want to localize them in the Gulf? Correct? Okay.
Yeah. This is correct. The other point we need to understand: if we go with one partner, or should we look after many partners? This was actually the question behind, the thing. So
thank you for clarifying. This is helpful.
To work exclusively with one partner, but we need to understand how this partner is, envisioning things. That's why I asked you: could we take it opportunity by opportunity, or should we, consider a global, approach, and then we sequence it actually based on conditions and a serious study and so on and so forth.
Sure. Right? Okay. Now this is different. Well, then if you have an info memo, me and the team that the investment team will work on looking at the investment opportunity that you're presenting. How many they are, we need to see that and the details. And if you have data room for that, we'll go to the data room with an eye of localizing those firms in the region. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how much capital needed per each localization? To answer you as well, our bandwidth. If it's $1 billion transaction, I will tell you no, we'll not be able to do it. If it's smaller,
no.
So how much is the localized? You have I'm giving an example. Do you have today the needed invested capital per transaction for each opportunity?
We have it in hand actually.
Very good.
But we are not looking particularly for capital, right? We are looking for a partner that can help us actually expand in the region.
Okay.
And expand the footprint, right? So to answer your question, most of them are in the target between 20 and 40 that you mentioned, middle market growth. but we have also smaller opportunities, right? But we can revert back actually with a list of what we have in the portfolio, and with more information about
the 20 to 40 is direct acquisition in any opportunity we look at. Doesn't mean that it needed to for localization. Localization, capital is definitely different. We have 80 portfolio company we operate with, so maybe one of the opportunity that you're gonna introduce us to, or a company that you introduce us to from Brazil, can work with one of the portfolio company, the 80 that we have.
Yeah.
So sometimes don't anchor yourself with the 20 to 40. 20 to 40, it means a direct investment in a firm or a plant or a factory across the globe. So which I gave you an example of middle market transaction.
Right.
But now if you have a list of companies in Brazil, they want to localize in the region, we need to look at, and then we can address this at a later stage. But we need enough details to say, this firm, we're happy to localize, to ask, for example, tell you Amal Medical to work with this healthcare company from Brazil, yes or no. The reason of yes or no, it depends if we have already existing commercial relationship with the competitor. I'm sure the companies that we're going to present, they are present as well, or they have similar players in the region, right?
Not systematically, no. Not
Give me an example of non-systematically. So can you just to understand? You have something in mind that can localize it?
I'll give you a concrete example. Infra Mappa, you can write it down. Infra Mappa, okay? It's a company. Walid is the main shareholder, right? This technology digitalizes all the assets that are underground within a city or within a factory or within something like that, So the approach is very innovative. I'm not saying that it's the only one existing on Earth, but the approach is quite unique. And this technology allows actually, first of all, to digitize all the assets, and then to carry.
I would say. I would add any assets. We usually focus on the hidden ones, because this is what people would like to know.
Yeah.
But we put everything that the client requests.
Yeah. And then at the end, you can, first of all, maintain actually your information, all the data, but also you can carry data-driven maintenance, preventive maintenance and so on, right? So, because we looked at what is existing actually in the region, and we are not sure that there are many competitors. And this is an example, for instance.
Depending example by example, we need to look at the details and we will ask for the data needed and the question needed. It's a lot of work to be done. Since I told you that we cross with 100 investment opportunity per quarter, so we have already in the pipeline some deals that we are closing. So we need to receive from you data. We need to analyze the companies that you would like to localize and indicate to you our willingness to indicate. If you share with us X amount of companies, we'll indicate with you some of those companies that we are happy to localize, and then we'll discuss the next step, your contribution, our contribution in the local in the localization. Does it? Am I clearer now in the approach?
No, it's a very clear. It's a classic approach actually, and let's do that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do we have an NDA in place? Maybe Rafai, can you please separate our NDA just to say a few days from our bureaucratic legal? So let's send an NDA right away. So we're fast and we act fast, and we'll let you know if or let me say, so two action points, please. So on Hani, you'll exchange data on the trading part. So we will learn from you. I mean, since you have experts in trading and commodities. On the second M&A investment, after the NDA, you will share with us the list of companies in detail with info memo on each of, or if you don't have info memo, feel free to share the data that you're having organized, and then we can reflect on every portfolio company saying yes and no. And after that, we can discuss a JV, which is translating the vision of Sheikh Faisal into forming something together, right?
Okay. Sounds good.
Malik, sorry to cut you. I prefer, as Mr. Ali said, that we sign an NDA and then we start sharing, and exchanging information between the two companies. I mean, so I'll be waiting till you send the NDA and it will be finalized from our headquarters. Then I'll be sending you official email for the fast request for sugar, and then we'll go for the next.
Whatever you want.
Products,
no problem. No problem.
That will be better.
Okay,
Well,
understood.
So all of us, we are under one umbrella, I mean. So let's sign an NDA with the Faisal Holding or with, I don't know, with which company we may sign, I mean. Mr. Ali can tell you this, I mean. Then after signing the NDA, we will be going into two divisions. The infringement part, Mr. Ali Mahmoudi will be handling it. The commodities part, I'll be handling that, I mean. And we'll see where we can reach, I mean.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to say, what Mr. Ali is trying to say, we don't want waste your time or waste our time until there is anything like a proper opportunity we can work together, whether in the commodities or in the other divisions. I mean.
Okay, no problem. Let's do that. And meanwhile, actually, if you can share with us also a corporate presentation so that we better understand, all the sectors, examples of what you have in the portfolio. It will help us a lot, actually, understand better.
We will circulate this within 8 minutes. So Rafa will circulate the NDA and this within 8 minutes. So you'll look at our portfolio of companies. I mentioned the clusters, the hotels, the real estate. You will see Algeria abroad that you have mentioned. And other industries, and I'm looking forward to meet you in person, inshallah, whenever you're next in Doha. So let's see, make things complete. It's not easy as well to always bridge or to find the right bridge.
I'm sure that it's going to be.
But yeah, you did well. At Francis, I crossed with him last time in an investment conference. So as well, we discussed a couple of projects. So let's turn on the machine, and we'll have some exchanges, and we'll have a follow-up call at your disposal always to facilitate as well. Okay.
Thank you very much. And likewise, should you need anything from us, we are always.
We would love to definitely visit soon, inshallah. Brazil, it's a lovely country. I never been there soon.
Okay.
For you to leave Morocco, I guess you're Moroccan, right?
I'm Algerian.
Okay, but how come you start with art? You develop. Okay, so you developed the business of Arthur the Little and to Morocco first. Okay.
No. We created the platform of McKinsey in Casablanca.
Okay. Yeah. Casablanca was the hub.
But the biggest chunk of revenues was Algeria with Sonatrach.
Yeah. Yes. I used to be a board member in one of the companies that we do rigs, and we used to work closely with Sonatrach.
And for your knowledge, in the 70s, the biggest office of Arthur D. Little out of the US was Sonatrach. I'm saying office, not client. Huh?
Yeah.
They used to have the exactly like the company you worked for, Bouzalan. They used to have a strong activity with Sonatrach.
Yeah. Very good.
And I know quite well.
ما شاء الله عليك أديب كبرت حالك كثير. طيب compound إن شاء الله قريبة.
I was about to say one thing. Mr. Ali was saying that it's lovely to visit Brazil, but the problem visiting Brazil, it's a lovely country, yes. But Luis, you visit and you come out of you come with nothing. I mean, that's what I said to Malik last time. I mean, so I hope this time we may visit and we come with something. I mean,
but inshallah, you will come with a lot. You will come back with a lot.
Yeah.
We aim to become partners, inshallah. I mean, Hani and Ali and Rafi. It's not easy for us to say that, but we started this initiative because we are strongly backed by the decision makers. We know that Brazil is not an easy country, like Algeria is not an easy country, but you have to have the backups, and then everything becomes very easy.
True.
Sorry to put it that way. But this is the investment test.
Yes, and
Very good.
with us, we're gonna have the backup
Well-
from the government. That's what he's trying to say.
Inshallah.
Great, inshallah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
gentlemen.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vegas.
Pleasure seeing you
Thank you
again.
very much.
And see you
Bye-bye.
once again.
Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
Well, take care.
Take
Have a
care.
good weekend. Bye.